Before bulletproof SUVs and armored tanks, there were machines forged in steel and courage. From gangland streets to presidential motorcades, these were the first American vehicles built to defy bullets, riots, and even war itself. They didn't just carry people, they carried history. This is the untold story of America's very first armored cars and the legends they became on wheels. Number 5. The 1942 Chrysler Imperial, President Roosevelt's rolling fortress. When most people think of presidential limousines, they picture sleek, modern Cadillacs or high-tech armored SUVs. But few realize that the foundation for all of those vehicles was laid during one of America's darkest hours, World War II, with the 1942 Chrysler Imperial presidential armored car. This wasn't just a limousine, it was a rolling fortress, designed to protect President Franklin D. Roosevelt during a time when global conflict and the threat of assassination were very real. And it had a secret. This car wasn't built with just luxury in mind, it was engineered for survival. The car itself was based on the Chrysler Imperial, a top-of-the-line model known for its elegant design and smooth performance. But the vehicle that carried Roosevelt was no ordinary Chrysler. It was custom-built under the tightest security, using armored steel plating up to 1 inch thick, bulletproof glass, reinforced doors, and even a bomb-resistant floor pan. The total weight of the car? A staggering 7,000 pounds. And yet, despite its weight, the Imperial was surprisingly nimble. Thanks to Chrysler's advanced engineering and a powerful straight-eight engine, it moved with grace, silent, smooth, and reliable. This allowed the president to travel without drawing unnecessary attention or sacrificing comfort. But here's where the story gets even more interesting. In 1941, after the attack on Pearl Harbor, President Roosevelt's safety became a national priority. But due to wartime restrictions, no new civilian cars were allowed to be produced, even for the president. So what did the Secret Service do? They found a seized Al Capone car, a 1928 Cadillac with bulletproof glass and armor, and temporarily modified it for Roosevelt until the Chrysler was finished. Number 4. The 1933 Lincoln K Series, the president's silent guardian. Long before armored SUVs and bulletproof Cadillacs became the norm, there was the 1933 Lincoln K Series armored limousine, one of the earliest American vehicles to combine presidential luxury with military-grade protection. At first glance, the Lincoln K Series was the epitome of 1930s American elegance. With its long, flowing lines, towering grille, and handcrafted interior, it looked like a car made for royalty. But for certain passengers, like President Franklin D. Roosevelt, this model was more than just luxury. It was a matter of life and death. In the early 1930s, the United States was reeling from the Great Depression, and the rise of political extremism, both at home and abroad, had increased threats to government officials. After an assassination attempt on President-elect Roosevelt in 1933, just weeks before he took office, the Secret Service pushed for discreet but serious upgrades in presidential transportation. That's where the armored Lincoln K-Series came in. Though Lincoln was primarily known for elegance and performance, Ford Motor Company, its parent company, worked with military and security contractors to outfit the K-Series with hidden armor plating. The doors and roof were reinforced with hardened steel, capable of withstanding handgun and rifle fire. The glass, thicker than any standard windshield, was laminated and bullet-resistant, offering protection without compromising visibility. Despite weighing well over 6,000 pounds, the vehicle still maintained a smooth, near-silent ride. Under the hood, a 414 cubic inch V12 engine produced 150 horsepower, enough torque to move the heavily armored car with confidence. Even in an emergency, this limousine could evacuate a VIP quickly and without mechanical failure. Inside, the experience was truly presidential. The rear compartment was lined in fine leather, custom wood trim, and included communication devices, hidden compartments, and enough space for Secret Service agents to accompany the president. A raised seat allowed Roosevelt to be visible to crowds during motorcades, while curtains and armoring offered instant privacy and safety. Number 3. The 1921 Dodge Model 30 armored car, law enforcement's early enforcer. When you picture armored vehicles today, you might imagine hulking military beasts rolling across desert sands. But nearly a century ago, the streets of America's cities were already feeling the rumble of a very different kind of armored machine, the 1921 Dodge Model 30 armored car. Built on the sturdy Dodge Model 30 civilian truck chassis, this vehicle marked one of the earliest adaptations of mass-production automotive technology for protective duty. Dodge's reputation for reliability and ruggedness made their chassis the perfect foundation. Engineers added 3/3-inch steel plating around the cab and cargo box, enough to stop most small arms fire, and fitted the windows with laminated bullet-resistant glass, a remarkable safety upgrade at the time. Under the hood lay Dodge's tried-and-true 4-cylinder, 35-horsepower engine. While modest by today's standards, this power plant was revolutionary in its balance of simplicity and durability. It allowed the Model 30 armored car to cruise silently through urban environments at up to 30 miles per hour. Fast enough to keep pace with early automobiles, but controlled enough for precise maneuvering in narrow city streets. By 1921, the United States faced a surge in organized crime fueled by prohibition. Smugglers, bootleggers, and armed gangs were challenging traditional law enforcement tactics. The Dodge Model 30 answered that call. Its armored body carried a crew of 3, a driver, a front-facing machine gunner, and a rear-facing gunner, each with 360-degree firing ports cut into the steel. For the first time, police and National Guard units could return fire from relative safety, and the mere presence of these rolling fortresses often deterred criminals before a shot was ever fired. Number 2. Cadillac Type 53 armored car, America's early luxury fortress. In the roaring 1920s, as America danced to the sounds of jazz and flappers ruled the nightclubs, a quieter revolution was underway in the world of automotive design. It came not from the battlefield, but from the boardrooms, banks, and government agencies. And it arrived on 4 wheels, the Cadillac Type 53 armored car. Originally introduced as a high-end luxury sedan, the Cadillac Type 53 was a technological masterpiece of its time. But when tensions rose during Prohibition and threats against politicians, bankers, and law enforcement began to increase, Cadillac's opulence was fused with armor, giving birth to one of the first American luxury vehicles designed for security. The standard Type 53 was already ahead of its time. It was the first production car to feature a standardized control layout: steering wheel on the left, clutch on the far left, brake in the middle, accelerator on the right. This layout became the blueprint for every car built after it, but it was the armored variant that took Cadillac's ingenuity to another level. Outfitted with steel plate armor, the Type 53 armored car could deflect small arms fire and even resist fragmentation from explosive devices, all while maintaining its signature smooth ride. Its bullet-resistant glass, often up to 1.5 inches thick, allowed dignitaries and high-profile figures to see out without being seen or harmed. Number 1. White armored car number 1. America's first rolling shield. Long before tanks thundered across battlefields or Humvees roared through desert terrain, America's journey into armored warfare began with a humble but revolutionary machine. The white armored car number 1, built in 1915. It may not have been sleek or fast by today's standards, but it was a game changer. A mobile shield that laid the foundation for every U.S. armored vehicle that followed. Constructed by the White Motor Company of Cleveland, Ohio, this was the first officially produced American armored car. It wasn't built for parades or prestige, it was built for combat. Specifically, it was designed for use by the United States Marine Corps, who were engaged in volatile conflicts in the Caribbean and Central America, part of what's often called the Banana Wars. The vehicle's design was as bold as it was practical. Built on a sturdy white 4x2 truck chassis, it was armored with steel plating around the cab and engine, offering protection from small arms fire. A revolutionary feature in 1915. It had a turret-mounted Colt Browning machine gun capable of rotating for full 360-degree coverage, making it not just a transport vehicle, but a mobile offensive platform. The armor wasn't just slapped on, it was integrated with tactical intent. Sloped panels helped deflect bullets, and the tires were wrapped in thick rubber to handle rugged roads and shrapnel-ridden paths. Despite its bulky appearance, The white number 1 could reach a respectable 40 kilometers per hour, 25 miles per hour, enough to move in and out of hostile zones quickly.